So, I just wanted to make this video to explain why I would support Trump, or why I am supporting Trump over Hillary this election. I was having a very heated conversation with my friend about why I thought Hillary would actually be worse than Trump. My friend believes that if Trump and Pence get into office, the LGBT community, which my friend is a part of, will be hunted down like dogs and put into reformation camps or something like that. And that has to do with how Pence voted on some laws when he was running as governor. And I guess I can see where they would draw that conclusion. I didn't look into the laws, so I don't know for sure what exactly was all in them. But as far as I can tell from the titles of the bills and how Pence was voting on them, basically they wanted to send this community, like they wanted to consider these people. They said illegal, but my guess is they wanted to consider it like a serious mental illness. So these people would go to like rehab centers and stuff like that. And okay, first, I completely disagree with that. I don't think that's the right way to handle it at all. I don't think going to like a rehab center is just gonna suddenly cure you of your feeling that you feel like you're the wrong gender, or that you feel gay and that you like the same gender as yourself. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of studies and evidence about how that doesn't actually work and is actually even worse for you. So no, I don't agree with any of what he was voting for, but here's where I want people to stick with me. I don't think he voted for that stuff out of a desire to do harm. I think he voted for that stuff out of a desire to help. Yes, it was a very weird way to help, but I believe he was voting in accordance to his conscience. He was voting like in his belief, these people are sick and need help, and they don't know that they're sick, so they need to be told they're sick and brought to places where they can get rehabilitation. Like I said, I don't agree with any of that. I believe there's a lot of science behind why it doesn't work. So, not such a great way to go about helping people. But my end point is he was trying to help. He wasn't trying to harm. Sorry, had to get a drink. Okay, so that's why I don't think Pence is a big horrible person. I just think he was trying to help in the best way he knew how, and it was kind of, not a very great way, but his intentions weren't awful. They weren't evil. Okay, so as far as Trump goes, I do think he would be. I think he would do an okay job. I don't think he would be a big train wreck. I believe Trump knows how to listen to people. We've seen that all through his campaign, and on top of that, in my experience, you don't build businesses the way Trump does without listening to people who know what they're doing. It just doesn't happen. It's just bad for business to not listen to your counsel. So I believe Trump will rely on people that are in office or that hold office already. He will rely on those people to help him run it. I don't think he'll try and do everything by himself. That would be kind of silly of him to do. On top of that, I really don't see that Trump is this big evil person that everybody is trying to make him out to be. Just from what you've seen with his family, how everybody reacts to him, how people are with him, like the people he's helped, the people who are his friends, they all have generous things to say about Trump. And looking at his family, an evil man doesn't usually raise such a good, successful family, in my limited experience. On top of that, there's a lot of misinformation going around about Trump. Yeah, he's kind of crass. Yeah, sure, he's a bit of an asshole, and kind of a big asshole. But he has the money to be an asshole. He's had the money to be an asshole his whole life. I think that's just kind of his personality now, is a little bit asshole. And to And honestly, I think it benefits it benefits what he does. Um, being a little bit of an asshole doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It just means you don't really care about people's feelings so much. And to be a successful businessman, you can't care about people's feelings so much. Yes, you do have to care. I mean, yeah, and he does. He has shown that he does. Just you can go and look up interviews with people that are like, oh man, he completely helped me out. He's just the greatest guy. He came down here and really helped us out. He was really nice and really polite the whole time. There's the whole thing about him sexually harassing people, or whatever he was saying on the mic on the bus. And yeah, what he said was not very becoming of him, but at the same time, it was just guy talk. And first of all, I don't agree with just policing language 24/7, no matter where you are. If you want to do that for yourself, do it. That's good for you. That means you are showing restraint. Do not get mad at people for not doing the same as you. They are not you. Trump is definitely not you, and he's definitely not the type to hold back, especially in a conversation that he believes to be private. And honestly, I don't think he would ever dream of saying this shit to a lady that he wanted to have a positive relationship with. And I don't even mean as far as sex or romantic or anything like that. I just mean a relationship that is on the positive side rather than the negative side. Trump isn't stupid. He wouldn't be where he was if he was stupid, okay? I don't think he's just gonna go up to a woman and grab her by the pussy for no fucking reason, Probably he's gonna wait for a couple cues. He's gonna wait for the, oh, hey, Trump. Hey, Trump. Oh, please, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But he's gonna be waiting for that kind of thing before, I'm assuming, before he goes in to grab someone's pussy. Like, I mean, sure, maybe he's done that, but I'm pretty sure he was given the go. So there's that, and on top of it, like I said, it was a private conversation. He's trying to, have bigger balls than the other guy. I mean, honestly, I could say, calm down, Trump. You have enough money already. It's fine. We already know you got big balls. It's fine. I'm sure you throw them too. It's just a non-issue. It's just something that, in the whole grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. And that conversation, did it actually lead anywhere in the next 15 years? Or 10 years or whatever? No, it didn't lead anywhere. No one ever knew about it until now. And do you know why no one knew about it? It's because he didn't do anything like that. He didn't go up to some woman randomly on the street and go, hey, I'm Trump. He has class. We can see that just from people who have hung out with him and been to his parties. He knows how to act appropriately. Anyway, as far as why I don't support Hillary, she has proven to be kind of insanely incompetent, or else wants to destroy the country that she is supposed to be protecting. I have pride in my country. I like being American. I consider myself American, like an American citizen through and through. I was born and raised all over here. And to me, Hillary, she just seems like the kind of person that is going to do whatever will benefit her position of power, whatever will benefit her bank. She's not necessarily going to do it for the good of the people. She's not going to do it for all the reasons that she's saying she's going to do it. She's running her campaign pretty heavily on feminism right now and believing the rape victim and stuff like that. Hillary was responsible for harassing and silencing many of Bill's sexual assault victims or whatever. Whatever the case is, she was there to silence them. She was there to say, your experience, your trauma does not matter. Okay. Hillary has caused, or has had Americans die under her watch, where she could have done something to prevent it and should have, and was given ample amount of time and opportunity to do so, and she still did not act. A lot of people said she didn't know, but there was proof that she had seen those emails and the requests, and they were just ignored. They were just kind of like put to the side. So I really don't like that. On top of that, I always get the feeling from Clinton that they want to be, I don't know, royalty in America. They want to be actual royalty that have control over rules and laws and stuff like that. I think she wants to be like the Queen of America or something like that. There have been a lot of suspicious deaths surrounding the Clintons. Whenever they get investigated for whatever it is they're being investigated for, people just kind of start dying, dropping like flies. It's a little suspicious. A lot of their deaths were accidents, but also still really suspicious accidents. A lot of them just got straight up murdered. So, and a lot of times they were just murdered and they weren't even really robbed. That's weird. So, anyway, I don't think Trump would be that bad of a president for America, but I dare say he would even be okay. But I really think Hillary would be awful for America. She would only do good for America as long as it was benefiting her position of power. The minute she can get more power doing harm to America than good, she will do it, is just from what I've seen. So, yeah, sure, maybe the situation isn't immediately dire. Maybe it would never arise. But I don't think Trump is going to do that. He has a family that he wants to carry his name. People know who his family is. If he were to run the country into the ground, his business would go under, his whole family would be shunned, and Hillary Clinton, they've already done all of that. They don't give a shit. They'll go somewhere else. They don't care. I mean, they literally don't care what you think of them. So that's just my thoughts on it. I mean, I know some of it is just feelings and the feels, but there's a lot of reasons I don't support Hillary. So if you support Hillary over Trump and you think Trump would be just absolutely awful for the U.S., tell me why. I want to know. I want to know your reasons. I think it's important to get differing opinions, and I definitely want to have conversations about them. So let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.